Welcome to the episode, Abhra. First of all, I want to say congratulations because it's a really big feat what you've achieved. And now let's just go into it. You can introduce yourself in a bit.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Bhaiya. It really means a lot, and I'm so happy to be here. And so, yeah, hi everyone. So, I'm Abhra Kanti Dubey, and I recently completed my high school, and I'm from Meerut, and I've always been into like tech, coding, and quizzing. And over the last few years, like I've gotten deeper into like AI and its impact on education. And yeah, I've committed to MBZUAI to study bachelor's in artificial intelligence.
Perfect. For the viewers, can you just, give the full form of the university, the MBZUAI?
Sure. So MBZUI stands for Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence. So that's a government-funded university. So the name is actually after the president's name of UAE.
Got it. Perfect. Let's rewind a little now. When did you actually start thinking of applying to colleges abroad,
So
especially? Yeah.
So abroad, it was actually last year. So basically, most of the students who actually think of us like studying in abroad, they I guess start preparing at least 2 to 3 years before. I literally had few months. Like I started during like July, August, like maybe at that point. And so, and I did not have any resources or someone who can actually guide me at that point. But yeah, I would say during July and August, I started thinking of this.
Perfect. And was this university MBZUAI? Was this on your radar from the starting itself?
No, actually not. So, you know what? Like most of the students who start looking to study abroad, they only have this mindset, including me, that okay, if I'm studying abroad, maybe I should only check universities in US and UK and maybe sometimes Australia. But the like mindset is not that much broad, and I never looked of like or given a thought of studying in like maybe in Middle East or something. So not
Hmm.
at that point I had looked for this.
Got it. Also, just for the viewers, a bit of a context. Like I and Abra have met before. We met on LinkedIn, and he reached out for a one-on-one session. We met there, and then a few months later, we were always in touch. It's not that we were completely out of touch, but then I got to know about this thing, this big surprise. That he has gotten a full ride, which itself was a pleasant surprise for me. I was so happy to hear it. And then I thought, why not call him on the episode? It would be a big thing and it would really help you guys. I definitely hope. And if this helps, then go like, share, comment,
Absolutely.
subscribe because I am just willing to help more and more people through this channel, and that will be a big help from your side as well. All right. So, what was it about MBZUAI that really appealed to you, Abra?
So, MBZUI itself is like world's first AI university, which like has a very laser focus towards artificial intelligence. The UAE country has its own goal to become the AI leader by 2031. So they are heavily investing towards artificial intelligence. And apart from that, they have like very good and world class faculty, the research lab, and the assistance they are providing. And apart from that, of course, the financial aid and the full ride scholarship, that is something which means a lot to students who are actually international and applying for aid. So yeah.
Right. In fact, I would say that was a very strategic decision you took. Like, we are always students are always so ambitious that they only want to apply to Ivy Leagues or they want to
Correct.
kill the application and go there. But the reality is that the, acceptance rate is very low, especially if you're an international student. I wouldn't want to discourage anyone, but to think with a strategy that what would fit you better because he is very interested in AI and he thought of a university which is amazing in AI. It's the global ranking is pretty high and
Yeah.
if you get into that university it's going to be a good exposure for him and with that he's also getting a good scholarship, so I would say that was a very intelligent decision that you took. On that note, what other universities did you apply to?
So yeah, initially like most of the students, so because first of all I'm an international student, then second comes I'm Indian, and then I was applying for CS major. All these things were actually honestly like kind of the odds were against me because I was like I got fallen into a very competitive category, and plus I need financial aid. right? So when I was applying to US, I applied to like around like 25 colleges, 25, 27, and I had received acceptance from like 6 or 7, and waitlist from like other 4, 5. And yeah, the like acceptance where I had gotten, I could not even like financially afford, because even after scholarships, that was not actually possible. And yeah, and apart from that, there were some waitlists as well, but yeah, I did not hear anything from them.
Got it. And I think in that on that note, it became a pleasant surprise for you as well. You're getting a full ride to
100%.
study abroad, which is so it opened doors for you, honestly.
100%.
I was quite curious, how did you come across this opportunity? Because it's relatively a new university, but its global ranking is pretty high. But very few people know about it. So how did you get to know about
Correct.
it?
Absolutely. So I also like haven't heard the name of this university like around like 2 months back. So I got to know about this through a program which is actually called the Second Chance at Higher Education. So they are a non-profit who actually they look out for high achieving low income kids, and like they form a cohort of students around like 40, 45, and almost all of these students they get a seat at world's top universities with almost a full tuition scholarships, a full ride. And so I was randomly scrolling LinkedIn one day, and I got to
Mhm.
see this post, right? Because during that time I did not had like any financially viable offer from US universities. So I had almost lost my dream of studying abroad. I was very hopeless by that time. It was almost like after March, and like I was like, okay, now this is not happening, because financial aid is something that is coming between my, even if I had acceptance, I could not actually go to like that university. So I saw this post of Second Chance program, and then I applied to this, and very interestingly, I got rejected from this program. All right.
Oh,
So this
yeah.
happens, but something really happened. So what I did was that I was very desperate by that time, because actually wanted to know what I was doing wrong, or like I needed some feedback. That's why I also connected with you, because at the end I need to know where am I lacking or where I can actually improve. So I wrote
Right.
an email to the founder of Second Chance, a very desperate
Mm-hmm.
email that I applied to these universities, but I had a good kind of profile, a good like good extracurricular achievements and all, but still I didn't got in. So I wanted to know a feedback. So the founder of this program actually replied with me like, would you like to have a like one-on-one session with me, like maybe on like maybe next month, because she was very busy during that time. And I said that's totally fine, because my intention was never to like get that opportunity, but to learn actually. Maybe then I would have
Mm-hmm.
taken a gap year, or maybe I would have studied in India. But I wanted to know a feedback so that I can actually improve. So we set up a meeting, and I tell my circumstances and all, and she was very impressed by my profile. And then she told that there is one university who is actually looking for students who are basically have a profile towards artificial intelligence. And then this program actually helps me applying to this university, and that's how all thing happened.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. And I would say it was quite a roller coaster for you as well.
100% indeed.
Yeah. And, there's something to learn from this for all of us here, that, when things might feel that, okay, nothing is working out, but if you take that extra step, you always have to leave, all the stones unturned. That is only how you're going to open some doors for you. So this is really inspiring how you emailed to the person, to the
Right.
founder. You didn't think, how what it would turn out to be. And then she
Absolutely
was
right.
also kind enough to, schedule that interview with
Exactly.
sort of meeting with you and give you some feedback and see where it landed you today. So that's
Exactly,
amazing.
absolutely. Had I not had like sent that email, I would have never gotten into any university. So yeah,
Definitely. Now let's walk through the timeline. When did you apply and when did you hear back from them?
it was actually very like fast. So I applied on like 30th of May. My application was sent on 30th of May. I received then my file was actually shortlisted, and
Mm.
then they offered me an interview for the later round, and then I had this interview, and then after like and the interview was on like 5th 3rd of June, and on like 5th of June I received an offer letter with including full ride scholarship.
Amazing. So that was the process was quite quite rapid. So
Quite
yeah.
rapid.
And then what portal did you apply to? Do they have their separate portal or is it through Common App or what?
So, like, there are two tracks through which a student can apply. One is a normal track where they actually go to the portal and make your portfolio and profile, and also send a video essay. They require a video essay and all those achievements and all. And there was another track which was called exceptional talent track profile. So,
Mhm.
if you believe that you have got good extracurriculars and achievements, so you can actually directly send your profile. So also the second chance program helped me with this. They helped me with writing an impact statement where I had actually mentioned my all my achievements and extracurriculars and all, and then I sent that to the university, and then after that they shortlisted me for the interview.
That's amazing. So as far as I know, this is a full ride. So what all does it cover? Can you give a quick walkthrough?
So I'm really grateful for the scholarship because I cannot imagine this much amount, and I'm really grateful to the university that they are like thinking about me with this much amount of trust. So the benefits actually include 100% tuition, annual tuition, the provision of housing, accommodation, a MacBook, health insurance, visa cost, any activities or field trips, and books, and also including my flights, and also annual flights. Even like if I want to go to my home once a year, they will actually book for me and maybe provide allowance for that, and also meal plan as well. So almost everything that includes.
That's amazing. Like tuition, accommodation, food, flights, MacBook, everything. That's crazy. So do you have an estimate of what was the total value of this scholarship?
Right. So current tuition fee of that university is the tuition fee is 45,000 US dollars, plus around like 15 to 20,000 dollars is the cost of living, and total cost of attendance comes down around 65,000 or $70,000. So in INR for the total 4 years, that would come across like approximately 2.2 crore INR.
Got it. That's huge.
Yeah,
Now
it
let's talk
is.
about your background a little bit. So what school did you attend, and was it CBSE? Was it IB? What curriculum?
Right, so I attended Diwan Public School, and it is in Meerut city only, and so yeah, of course, it followed CBSE curriculum.
Got it. So you were always in CBSE, right? From your like
Right,
childhood to right now.
beginning,
Got it.
correct.
Got it. And yeah, just if you could give a brief about what was your performance in 10th, 12th, just academic bit.
Right, so I scored 98% in my grade 10th, and yeah, and however I could not perform that much good during my grade 12 because I had a lot of things going through that time and some issues as well,
Yeah.
but still I scored 85%. And so of course there were some issues that I was facing, and I had to manage other things, but still I
Mm.
would say that's fine. And because we need to understand that universities always look for your holistic profile. It's not about that these numbers will define you. So if anyone who's thinking, okay, they have got a decent or a average percentage in their grades in maybe in 10th and 12th, please do not think that, okay, no, I cannot apply to this university. It's not
Mm.
always about numbers that you play. It's more of your profile and what your intent is. They want to see that.
Very right, and I think the viewers should definitely pay attention to this because one of like someone who's connected to me over LinkedIn, she reached out to me recently, and then she was also concerned about this thing that my scores aren't well enough, so whether I should apply or whether I should think that high or not. And I was definitely saying the exact same thing that you said, that it's a holistic process, and just don't fixate on your scores that okay, it's not pretty good, I won't get into it. So it's a holistic thing. Okay, if your academics aren't that strong, focus on other parts of your application which can shine more. Also, I think the percentages in 10th and 12th, that's quite similar. You scored 98, I scored 98, and in 12th also, like, my percentage wasn't good enough. It was quite similar to what you scored. So and
Right.
it's, I think it's something very common between students. Like in 12th,
Exactly.
yeah, because you're also engaging in a lot of different things, and especially you started preparation quite late, so you
Late.
had to juggle with a lot of things all of a sudden. So that's even then you scored 85, which is a big commendable performance. Could you tell us about your honors or extracurriculars a little bit?
So my honors were mostly divided into two parts. So I was always into like tech and coding stuff and quizzing. So I had some national and international honors in quizzing as well as coding. So I was finalist in like Quizzer of the Year. Like that's a TV show, quiz TV show, where I was featured, and that was hosted by Mr. Siddharth Basu. And so that was one. And apart from that, I was also the finalist of G20 Thank You quiz, which was hosted by the Indian Navy. And so like these were like my top quizzing honors. And I had some like coding honors as well, which includes some coding hackathons and coding competitions, and one international olympiad, rank one in like that was sustainability olympiad, and I had international rank one on that. Yeah.
My God, that's such an amazing, pack of honors, because getting such high positions in, international Olympiads and quizzes, it's not a cup of tea at all. So what you've done is incredible. Even, when he reached out to me, I was randomly scrolling through his profile, and what I saw on the profile, that was quite amazing, because you don't get to see such, amount of achievements on any profile very, often, I would say. So that was quite interesting. And apart from that, what were your extracurriculars apart from quizzing or maybe this?
Right. So interestingly, I was actually the manager of my mother's YouTube channel. So she has actually 1,50,000 subscribers and approximately 10 million views. So she is a homeopathic doctor, and I used to manage all that stuff. So that was also one of my like top extracurricular, I would say. And apart from that, I was like into volunteering. I had participated in like with several NGOs, and apart from that, I had internships, AI internships, internships, and mostly towards tech and coding, and yeah, and some internships towards NGO stuff, volunteering. And apart from that, I also lead an organization named Wasabi AI, where we actually try to empower students with artificial intelligence. And so yeah, and we are in that process. We recently hosted one session as well. So yeah, we are looking forward to that.
Yeah, so this Wasabi AI one was, quite interesting for me as well. I recently saw some of your sessions also that you conducted, so it's an amazing one. And I think, yeah, those are some great extracurriculars, because it shows what you are very passionate about, the kind of things that you're interested in. And you're also thinking about impact, you're not just thinking about
100%.
some certificates and achievements. You want to
You're
create an
correct.
impact on the students as well. Yeah, also, what cycle did you apply in? Is it like, do they have different cycles also, early
Right.
decision, so
So
on? Mhm.
no, so not exactly specifically cycles. It was just like yeah, the normal deadline was there of like 30th of May was the normal deadline to apply, and I applied during that time. And yeah, not like early decision, not kind of US thing, but yeah.
Got it. Also, like, when you apply through Common App, you have this Common App essay. So when you're applying through their portal, do they have any specific essay that you have to write?
So as I mentioned, so mine was different case because I applied through the exceptional talent track, where
Mhm.
actually since the university is actually new, so they are looking for talented individuals over the world. So for that, like I applied because I applied through this track, so they did not require me to send an essay. But if I would have to apply through the normal track, then I would need to write essays and video essay and make a profile and all stuff. But yeah, I
Mhm.
had my technical interview.
All right. So you didn't have to give the video essay also, right?
Yeah, it was actually different for me
All
because
right.
when someone applies through the exceptional talent program,
Mm-hmm.
they actually look out for extracurriculars and achievements. Like they give more focus to that, because they have a very focus that we need the best minds over the world. And also interestingly, the batch size, the cohort is like very small, and that's very intently done. Only around 100 to 120 students are there, because it's very focused towards AI. That's why.
Got it. And also, you said something about the impact statement. Can you throw some light on it? Like, what is it about?
Yeah. So impact statement was like something that actually, as I mentioned, I applied through the second chance program. So they also helped me with that. So an impact statement, I would like, I had written my extracurriculars in a proper manner, where I would actually explain that if this was the extracurricular, why, what I had actually done in that. Because when we apply through the common app, we have like barely 50 characters or 100 characters, and we cannot actually express all of our things in proper manner. But in that impact statement, each and every achievement and extracurricular was explained in a very proper manner, so that they can understand that yes, this kid has done this much amount of impact, including metrics as well as the like social impact as well.
All right, got it. Also about the interview, you said you had an interview. So, what kind of interview was it? What sort of questions did they ask, and how did you prepare for it?
Right. So the interviews was like very like different from the kind of interviews we expect in like US colleges. Because in US colleges, what happens that admission officers generally take the interview, and it's very holistic. Based on that, they will ask you, okay, well, what do you want in your life, and a very overall thing. But since my technical interview was actually taken by PhD professors, they actually wanted to know more about my work and impact towards AI, and what projects I have worked in AI and all stuff. And apart from that, I had a section where they asked me questions regarding mathematics and physics. Yeah.
Got it. So it was quite technical, right?
Yeah, it was technical, because you know what, because the professors were actually taking the interview, and they
Mhm.
wanted to know, interestingly, if you know coding, they would actually ask questions towards coding as well. So like whatever interest you have, they will ask
Mhm.
towards that. And at the end, they would ask some mathematics and physics questions as well.
Got it. So you have to be honest in your application because whatever you're going
100%.
to write, you're going to be tested for that as well.
Absolutely, like they were like going very deep with every AI project I was going. Like, let's suppose I was telling that I had actually built this project, so then they would actually keep questioning me that, okay, how did you do it? What was the
Mhm.
AI model that did you use? How did you code it and all stuff? So it was like very like deep in that sense, and technical, I would say. uh,
Got it. And then now for the viewers, like even if they're applying here or let's say for any other university for that matter, what were some tips that you employed? Like how did you, prepare for this interview and what sort of mindset do we need for it?
all right. So first of all, like you should be confident with your profile. You should not think that, okay, my friend has like this much amount of extracurriculars, this much amount of achievements and all. He has this international achievement and all. You know what? We need to understand that we are applying there as a human. They're gonna see us in humans. So not everything defines you. Like if you're saying that I have this achievement or extracurriculars, that this would actually define me. Your essays, if you're applying to abroad, and like they want to actually look out for your intent at the end, that how would you fit in your classroom when you are with your peers. So how would this kid actually fit in? So and never never ever think of yourself that, okay, I'm not good that much enough and I should not apply to this university. Always I would say, because when we are international students applying, so we should always like take the chance, at least apply. You never know what happens next. So also one tip that I would say to any junior who is in maybe in grade 11th or maybe 12th or maybe 9 10 is to always say to any opportunity, say yes to almost everything. I guess, like, of course, the CBSE curriculum, if you are in there, this is something difficult to manage, but at the end it's doable, and the outcome that it would come is something very fruitful, I believe. So if you see, okay, there's this internship opportunity, So try saying yes just because of the learning part, not because of the outcome. Just because, okay, I want to learn this skill. Okay, I would apply for this coding internship. Or okay, there's this one international competition happening. Okay, I should give it at least a shot, because you never know what actually turns out good for you. So always try say yes to opportunities that are actually good and valuable to your profile. This would always help for sure.
Perfect. Those are some really helpful tips, and I'm sure all of the aspirants who want to apply to universities abroad who are watching this episode will take notes of that. Did you also give SAT exam and also IELTS and stuff?
So SAT I did not give because I was running through a like very rush time, because
Mhm.
by I told you, right, I started applying during my grade 12th, and I had to manage a lot of extracurriculars and all stuff. So it was becoming very much difficult to study my class 12 stuff as well, competitive exams as well, then to manage extracurriculars, then to participate in competition. So I went for the test optional one. But also one thing, if anyone who is international student and applying to universities abroad in the fall of 2026, I would always say that okay, you should actually go for actually test recommended. Take your SATs. I believe that they actually really help and give additional boost to your profile. If it's somewhere around like 1480, 1500 and above, this would surely help. Of course, this was not the case with me, but I'm really thankful that this worked. And apart from that, yes, I had my IELTS. I had received a total band score of 7.5.
Perfect. My score was exactly the same.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Apart from that, I think we've covered everything. Just, yeah, towards the end, if you want to say anything to the audience, to the viewers who are listening to this, any tips, anything that you want to, any message that you want to deliver to them?
I would say, first of all, when anyone who is actually an international student who
Mm,
receive who want to actually receive a good amount of aid, so they should be actually mentally be prepared that okay, I'm going to receive rejections, and that's guys. Honestly, it's not just that your profile is not good. It was never about that your profile. It was that there comes this factor of financial aid, that maybe your profile is like super exceptional, but there will be some universities like they would say okay, this kid cannot actually afford us, so then we will have to actually reject. So
mm,
don't take it on your heart that okay, actually they rejected my unis. And before you're applying, do a very in-depth research with what kind of colleges you are applying. So because acceptance rate actually differs from the rate that you see in on Google, like what is the acceptance rate of maybe Stanford something, so that comes around 4 or 5%. But when we actually look out through the CDS document, the international acceptance rate is somewhere around 1% maximum, 1 to 2% maximum. And most of the students don't really think about this. That okay, and when you're applying with 8, this 1% also comes down to 0.5%. So you
right.
should be mentally prepared that okay, this thing can happen. But always, if you are thinking that okay, I'm applying to these kind of universities, maybe if you think that okay, if something can go wrong, have a kind of backup option as well. Because like the things are getting stricter as well, and the policies and all this actually also depends. And yeah, and like always try to be like early as much as you can, maybe with your essays. Start your essays, guys, because it really takes a lot of time pondering what to write exactly, right? And it is not a cup of tea, I would say. And like you should give like the personal essay that the common app you send. It should be prepared with a time frame of at least 1 to 1.5 months. It should be not like okay, tomorrow is the deadline and I would now apply and like write anything. And also be like, whenever you're writing essays, it should come from your heart and something that is very genuine and authentic. I know a lot of guys might think, okay, let me use Chat GPT or something. But honestly,
Mm.
up till this time, it is not working, guys. It will not work because it will always be generic and cliche. So always try to be authentic with that. Yeah.
Got it. Perfect. And now, since we're ending it, it was a blast. First of all, Abhra, it really helped so much, and I'm sure it will help to the audience as well. Just one thing to the audience that I want to say that, if you want any sort of help, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. We can schedule a one-on-one session and I can help you out with that. So don't hesitate for that. The link is in the, description to book your slot for that. Also, I'll attach Abhra's, LinkedIn profile so you can have a look over that as well. And I hope so that he'll be open to DMs as well if you have any questions.
Sure, thank you so much. And also, can I mention how actually I like got to know about you? If there's
Yeah,
this time
surely.
limit, I can see. So interestingly, I got to know about Samrit Bhaiya, like maybe during like it was sometime around like August, September, and I was looking out in YouTube college decision reaction, Indian version or something, and Bhaiya's video actually ranked in the top, and I clicked through that, and when I opened and watched that, I could feel that relatability because we are like you had similar profile like me, and apart from that, for both of us financial aid was something that actually really mattered as well. Although you receive really good scholarships from like NYU Shanghai, and like these are like top crazy universities, and like waitlist from like top schools, that is crazy. But of course, since we need financial aid, of course at the end some that is a factor that comes down. So Ashoka is actually with the full ride is really the intelligent step you took actually, right? And so when it was like maybe during March or like during April, I was very hopeless what to do, and so I connected Samrit Bhaiya over like if you could give me a little time, and I messaged him, and like he was so grateful that and very sweet of him that he actually gave me around like 1.5 hour, and like he actually like went through my profile, gave me the feedbacks, and those were not actually like generic feedbacks. He gave me with like where I was actually doing, where I can actually improve, and what was good and where I can improve. So guys, if you guys are thinking of like studying abroad, so I would actually say connect to Samrit Bhaiya, and I'm sure like he guided me, he will guide you guys, because he's really doing a great work. Because there is this lack of resources thing for international students when it comes like for like scholarships and all. There are scholarships and there are opportunities, but most students actually do not get to know about this. And Samrit Bhaiya is one of the like experienced person who has gone through this whole process, and he knows that where one student should actually focus and how if you can build your profile. So once again, I'm really grateful that you guided me that day, and because I do not think if that day I had not met with you and you had not taken my session, I would have actually improved that mistakes and improved my profile with that. And so maybe then I did not have that full right scholarship opportunity. So once again, I'm really really grateful to you for what you're doing and what your vision and goal towards this all college admission processes, and that is to make it easier and accessible for students. Thank you very much, Bhaiya.
That's very kind of you to say, bro. In fact, I would say, there was no role of mine in, that I played in your application. It was all your hard work that you did, your parents' hard work. And I am very honored and very it's my pleasure, in fact, that you reached out to me and I could help you in any way possible. I remember when when we had that meeting, I couldn't take it from my room. I first thought I'll take it from my room because the network wasn't good enough. So I'm very grateful for that moment that I took the decision of going down and
Exactly.
finding a classroom where I can have a meeting.
Absolutely.
You might be you might be able to recall this. The room that I was in, it was quite dark. I wasn't very much visible because
Right.
it wasn't really good. So I'm quite grateful for that moment. And students like you
Absolutely.
really motivate me to keep it doing, because you guys are really hardworking. You guys are really looking forward to improve your situation, and not let your financial challenges be a hurdle in the journey. So that's really inspiring, and I'm sure that what I have been doing by maybe helping out students in whatever way possible, I'm sure you'll keep it going as well when students will
Absolutely.
reach out for help. Sure.
100%.
Perfect. So this was a very helpful episode, and thank you so much, Abhra, for coming here and being a part of this channel, being a part of this podcast. All right, so we'll just end it there. Thank you so much. Bye bye, guys.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.